My name is Ken Spiering. The art that I do is everything from illustration to watercolor painting, sculptures for private and public situations, including large public artwork. I wanted it in that meadow because I thought putting a family piece in there would create a lot of presence of young people, and just by sheer numbers would make it into a more people-friendly location. And that was the birth of the wagon. Essentially, I think a lot of my early years was self-taught, and my mother, of course, bought a paint set for me early on, and so I used landscapes or objects around the farm, the homestead, painted what I saw. And we'd go to these great places in Wyoming, in the Bighorn Basin, just absolutely gorgeous canyons and rivers. I'd watch my dad make farm equipment out of scrap metal, and repair farm equipment with a welder, and he used just a simple buzz box. And I was fascinated with his ability to do that, and I asked him about it, and he says, "There's an old water tank if you'd like to cut it up." In making the choice to go to Gonzaga, I in effect made the choice that I wanted to go into art rather than to stay on and farm. Nature has been huge. Sky color, how the formation of a cloud, it can be real intriguing in watercolor. How do you do it? So, and I think actually trying to replicate those great moments in nature, and as a photographer, I know good photographers look for that magic moment of golden light, and that can be dawn and that can be dusk. And some of those same things apply to the images that I look for in nature or that impact me in a way that I'll be prone to use some of that in the painting I do today. Even in a very abstract way, the giant sculpture that I've completed of the fish, harkens back to a love of fishing. I wanted something that people coming by would have time to see, and it would have an impact. They wouldn't have time to study it moving with the traffic around that curved vision. And a fish erupting out of solid ground, I thought would accomplish that. And it's doing what a fish breaching the water, the surface of water, does. It raises your heart rate, and it's a beautiful sight, and it's a momentary thrill that's gone instantly, but it is a very upbeat moment. And I think the entrance to Spokane needs to have a few upbeat moments. Public art not only raises the awareness of art, it's a point of conversation for people. It targets that place so people see that place. I remember the STA project of the lions in the waterfall. Started out as seeing a rather gray site, and it needed something, I thought, as an antithesis to or as a complement to, and that was to put in natural rocks, waterfall, and something that had just a bronze accent because of the richness of the color of bronze. Besides, I also wanted the cacophony of water instead of just human noise and city noise. I wanted something that would bring a bit of respite to an otherwise pretty urban environment. I think putting your finger on how people react to it is a big part of the next piece. I watched this young man pushing his child in a stroller, and the kid jumps out of the stroller and runs toward the wagon, and the dad's protesting, "Come back here," and the kid just, had glee written all over his face. And his dad came over, watched him play, and sat down and enjoyed watching his own kid play. And so for me to watch that unfold was a great moment. This is how my artwork affects somebody. motivated to do another piece.